Hey everybody, it's Clutch, and it's time to get real with Sean. Day 9 plot brought to you by Bic Flex4 Razors. Sean, I think you have a couple fans out here in Columbus.
Hi guys, hi. Oh, the crowd is amazing because they all know how to make hearts with their hands and how to do the fusion core dance, don't you? Yeah, yes, look at all of them. Look at those dancing machines. They can even go to a club. They don't even need to stand up. They just bring a chair and sit down and rock out.
That's very impressive.
Indeed.
I had a different kind of training in my dancing, but tell you what, it gets pretty impressive seeing you out there and connecting with all your fans, Sean. It's really incredible.
It's been a lot of fun. Every time I'm not casting, I'm generally over there. So if you don't see me on stage, I'm either on the other Gameplay One stream or there. Come say hi. Please, I encourage you to. Though sometimes I'm mortal, I have to sleep and eat food as an organism, but that's still secondary, right? Yes, excellent.
Well, we got some questions for you, Day 9. First off, how did you first become involved with pro gaming?
Well, I guess a decade and a half ago, Nick and I were playing Warcraft 2 on a 9600 baud modem, back when baud was a thing. And eventually we started playing StarCraft against each other, and it was so dynamic. I mean, with every other game you play, there hits a point where you just know what to do. It's just an easy game. There's the one strategy that works. With StarCraft, that was never the case. It was always more and more depth to it. So then we started to play more there, and then I started playing Brood War competitively. 3 or 4 years later, I don't even know what hit me, but I was traveling around, and it was a lot of fun.
How have you made the transition from competing to commentating?
Well, originally it was a combination of factors. Grad school was really taking up a ton of time. I still wanted to analyze. For me, that's always the beauty of StarCraft, is that problem-solving aspect. There's no easy solution. You have to work hard for it. So I wanted to do that, but not enough hours in the day. So I started up the Day 9 Daily, which some of you watch. Yeah! Woo! Oh, I see a whole row of better gamers right there. Look at you guys. Started doing the Day 9 Daily to combine my love of StarCraft with my love of talking. And just tried to do that 5 days a week because I'm an idiot. I always commit way too much, but as it turned out, I just love doing it. It was so fun, slowing the thinking down to a talking pace. And 400 episodes later, I'm still doing the daily, coming out and doing tournaments.
Congratulations on hitting over 400 episodes. It really is a huge achievement. A lot of people out there are trying to make a name for themselves independently, and the internet has really proved to be a wonderful distribution system. It's fantastic to see people like you that have become so passionate about a certain aspect and get to share it to the world, and everybody loves you for it, Sean. It's really an incredible thing.
Thanks, Clutch.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about your education. How has your education helped you with your broadcasting talent?
Well, first off, I majored in the best subject of all time, math. Oh, there's like 5 guys who are like, math, and everyone else is like, I hate math. But I love math. It's so great because math, they got it wrong with the American education system, with how they teach it. It's so much about, this is the one answer, and if you are wrong in any way, we will fail you and make you look stupid, and that's not fun at all. I mean, when you get to college-level math, it's about argument. It's about starting with a set of givens and then making statements one at a time, and you can't disagree with me at any point. So that way I can get you to conclude the same thing that I concluded. And that whole art of presentation was so cool. I mean, at Harvey Mudd, the greatest undergrad college of all time, right? At Harvey Mudd, they did a lot of forcing you to talk about math. They would give you a subject and say you have 5 minutes to present it clearly, and we cut you off at 5 minutes. And they would actually have a buzzer and it would go off, and it trained you to take these abstract ideas and try to boil it down into something tractable. So that was the perfect education for me to start off with. And then obviously my grad school education is interactive media, which is perfect because internet television is interactive, so I can interact with all of you. I see you always typing in the chat with all your references to Amanda and the like. God bless you guys. And so honestly, it's just so fun to merge my passion for StarCraft and math, and of course the education I had at USC in interactive media, and it all just flows together nicely with the esports community and the daily.
You've had a lot of hard work in your background, Sean. You've been working at this for so long, and you're one of the best emissaries or representatives we have as far as StarCraft, StarCraft 2, esports. But when are the moments that you feel that all of the hard work, all of the sacrifice has paid off?
Two things happened to me. One, when there's, it's so funny because when I was originally watching Brood War on OGN and NBC, I mean, it was pretty much just Team Liquid and people staying up till 4 in the morning to watch. And for me, the explosion of excitement happened in forum posts where one guy from Ukraine and one guy from Estonia and an American were all typing in the same forum. Oh my God, that was incredible. And then every live event I've ever been to, every live chat I've ever been in, when something amazing happens and there's an explosion of cheers, everyone just freaks out. Guys, for example, freak out in 3, 2, 1. The fact that that happens is just amazing because I grew up playing and there were those moments that I would have, and I mean, I was so lucky to have a brother who played that I could go to Nick, oh, that was amazing. He'd freak out with me, and that joy to just see it spreading around is so nice. And the other is, of course, when I actually get to come to a live event and meet you. You're so nice. Always. Thank you so much. It's so great because, honestly, let's be honest, my experience is sitting alone in a room talking to myself. And I go live with a daily, a number goes up and it goes down, but I don't get to see the people. And it's just such a cool moment when someone comes up and says, hey, I was silver and I've been watching the daily for 6 months and I just hit masters. Thanks a lot. And I'm like, first of all, I'm like, oh my God, I'm not full of shit. That's great. Yes. But also, I mean, it's just so wonderful to think that there was this barrier between the person and the joy that is competition and learning in that space. And to see that gap bridge is just amazing every time.
What kind of advice would you give to somebody that wants to follow in your footsteps?
Do it! Just do it. You don't ever have to ask permission for anyone to do anything. People come up all the time and say, well, I want to start a podcast or a website. Do you think it's a good idea? I'm like, who cares what I think? As long as you go make it, it'll happen. I have so much confidence in the esports communities because they're so passionate. Anytime they have an idea, they just create it. I've seen, like fantasy leagues coming up, the Team Liquid community constantly upping their coverage again and again. I mean, last weekend we saw the Lone Star Clash started by a community-run organization, TESPA.
A lot of college kids.
Yeah, a lot of college kids, the CSL, all these leagues just keep expanding and keep growing, and at the end of the day, it's because people do instead of waiting around for things to happen. And it's that proactivity that makes the StarCraft community the best damn community ever, anywhere. You guys are awesome.
Well, Sean, thank you so much for taking the time and great work this
Thank
weekend.
you, Clutch.
Let's hear it for day 9, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Hearts out to everyone. Stay tuned, guys. Our upcoming match will be underway very soon.